December 15th, December 22nd, December 29th, and January 5th. Questions or comments? None. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item A, under correspondence, bid opening for the Hammond Whiting Sidewalk Program. We have 3 bids. The first bid is from J.J. Newell Concrete Contractors Incorporated, P.O. Box 329, Calumet City, Illinois. You have your bid bond. You have your Form 96. And they have their non-inclusion affidavit signed. I'm going to read only the total price. The total bid is $373,355. The next bid is from Reith Riley Construction Company Incorporated, 7500 West 5th Avenue, Gary, Indiana. They have their bid bond. They have their Form 96. And they have their non-inclusion affidavit signed. Their bid is $611,790. And the final bid is from Gary Up Construction Company Incorporated, 3965 Harrison Street, Gary, Indiana. They have their bid bond. They have their Form 96, and they have their non-inclusion affidavit signed. And their bid is $571,600. Do I have a motion to refer these to engineering for tabulation and recommendation?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes. Item B is an agreement with First Group Engineering for general engineering services.
We don't normally do that.
Huh?
We don't normally do that. Do we?
Well, this is for 20,000. This is open.
In
I think this
general.
is in the budget.
No.
It used to be.
Okay. Dean, can you come up here for this one, please? This contract, it's just a general contract?
Yeah, we typically ask First Group Engineering for support on traffic studies. We have a couple of requests from PD about traffic signal timings at different locations. So different options come up during the year, and I ask that First Group do incidental work for us.
And we don't do this project by project?
No, these are small, very small activities. It could be $2,000 a piece. I wanted to just have a general engineering contract with them.
Yeah, we typically have something like this every year, like an open-ended contract in case something comes up.
A lot of times we do something similar with Nice Engineering as it relates to small road improvement projects. For example, at JF Mahoney Drive in Parrish, we had a corner that needed to be fixed, and so that was done through a general engineering contract.
I think the controller's concern is,
Funding.
where's the money coming from?
From my budget,
What budget?
services budget.
Out of the
Contract
general
services through
engineering?
Through engineering.
And there's how much in there? available?
140,000.
This will be enough to cover that and all the other services throughout the year?
Yeah, this is capped at 20,000.
I understand. Okay.
So do I have a motion approving that agreement?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against? Motion passes. Item C, a bid recommendation from Nice Engineering for the 2017 Hammond and Whiting resurfacing program. Uh, The recommendation is to make the award to the lowest and most responsive and responsible bidder, and that's Walsh and Kelly in the amount of $1,799,500. It's a resurfacing program.
Okay, make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against? Motion passes. This goes with that. Sheets. Item D, we have correspondence from Norfolk Southern Railroad requesting permission to close Oakley, Sibley, State Street, Willow Court at the same time for railroad repairs. But they haven't set a date, have they? They're going to contact us approximately 2 to 3 weeks before that. Willow, Sibley, Oakley, and State. Is that going to present a problem for access into the downtown area?
Well, I would
Especially
certainly
for
like
fire and
more.
ambulance service?
I don't like the fact that all four of them were going to be closed at one time.
Yeah, a couple of those are pretty close together where I could understand it, like Willow and Sibley are real close. So they probably need to do both of those, but maybe they could do State or Oakley separately. If you want to take a look at that, we could defer action on this until next week since they haven't even set a date yet.
They're saying mid-March.
Pardon? Yeah, middle of March. So probably another week isn't going to
Think we
hurt
got
them.
enough?
Yeah, you're going to talk that over with your people and
Make a motion to defer action.
Second.
motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item E, correspondence received from CSX advising that the railroad crossing on Sheffield is scheduled for repair during spring of 2017. And that's another one where they don't have a specific date set yet. And we can approve this subject to them giving us notice.
We have not seen a traffic control plan on that yet.
Yeah, that could be a problem there too, because that's a truck route, and there's no other good route.
They did a similar closure of Holman Avenue, and we had seen a truck route for that. Excuse me, not a truck route, a detour route for that, but we haven't seen anything on this location.
So did you want to contact them and work out something? So we'll defer action on this one too. Do I have
Make a motion to defer action.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those
Aye.
against, motion passes. Item F, correspondence received from Chief of Police John Doty advising of the resignation of Officer Richard Simpson effective March 10th, the relinquishment of ET specially paid Officer Travis Wheatley effective February 23rd, the relinquishment of K-9 specially paid for Officer Daniel Rodriguez effective February 26th, the promotion of Officer Dan Rodriguez and Robert Trost to the rank of Master Sergeant effective February 27th, the demotion of Officer Michael Danko from the rank of Master Sergeant to Sergeant effective February 26th, the relinquishment of ET specially paid Officer Robert Trost effective February 26th, 2017, and disposal authorizations. Do I have a motion approving all of those?
Got one more in here.
Oh, there's one that I didn't read off? It wasn't in there?
I don't know if it's supposed to be in here. Oakley Street closed, okayed by Police Department for the
Is that for the First Baptist?
Oh, that's the
Spanish,
one that
annual
we sent
Spanish
to them.
conference.
Yes.
I think we,
Yes.
Okay.
we referred that to them last week.
So we got approval on that?
Yes.
Okay. Make a motion to approve the chief's request.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. Item G, Blight Elimination Program, Round 1, Round 2 Public Hearing. Is there somebody here that's going to run that?
Morning.
We're going to have the public hearing now?
Yes, if we can, please.
Okay.
I
I am Nicole Bennett, and I am an attorney working with the blight elimination program through the city in partnership with the Hammond Redevelopment Commission as well as United Neighborhoods Incorporated. We are scheduled today for a public hearing for two separate lists of properties under two separate awards from the Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority. The first being under Round 1 funding from an award from 2014, and the second from a second round funding that was just issued, or awarded rather, in 2016. The publication has been provided to and is on file with the legal department for the 3 consecutive dates that the notices were published separately on January 25th, 26th, and 27th. So for purposes of those properties and those notices, is anyone here on behalf of a property owner or an interested party for one of the properties identified in the public notices? Don't believe that anyone is present here to speak out or demonstrate in any manner on these notices. With that, we would just be requesting the board's permission to be able to move forward on close the public hearing and for the permission of the board to move forward on further actions with the city on these properties.
Do we need to officially close the public hearing?
Pardon?
Do we need to officially close the public hearing? Or officially open?
Yeah,
close?
yeah, we should make a motion to close the public hearing.
Okay. Make a motion to close the public hearing on the BEP properties.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 And then motion to approve moving forward with the program.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against? Motion passes. Okay, thank you. We'll move down to item H, a hearing on the denial of auto business license House of Cars 2 LLC. Is there somebody here from that business? Anybody here from, let's see, what's the gentleman's name?
Mr.
Alan
Timbaland?
Timbaland? Is Alan Timbaland here? Well, what do we do? We can't have a hearing if he's not here, right?
No.
Was he properly noticed? We can
Okay.
deny it based on the fact that he didn't show up. Maybe that's what we should do.
Okay.
Do I have a motion
This will be
to?
affirming the denial of the business license. It's already been denied.
Okay.
So we denied it based on our criteria, and he
Okay.
requested a hearing.
We can deny the hearing?
Well, we set the hearing. The
right.
business license has already been denied, so I
Oh.
think we just affirm the denial. Okay, make a motion to affirm the denial of the
Second.
business license.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against? Motion passes. Item I, correspondence received from First District Councilman Mark Kalwinski allocating $164,000 of gaming money to the Park Department for various improvements. This has not been signed by the mayor, so if we want to approve it, we should do it subject to the mayor's signature.
Okay. Make a motion to approve, subject to the mayor's signature.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item J, rental registration hearing on property located at 6435 New Hampshire Avenue.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Donald Keller. I own that property. This is Donna Stosiak. She's my property manager. This is one of 27 rental properties we have in Hammond. We purchased this property in September of 15. I think we finished remodeling and the final inspection was in August of 2016. We rented it in September And then when we applied, we forgot to apply for the rental application. It was an oversight on our part. But it was the house, the only reason the city knew that was because we sent in all 27 homes January of 2017 to pay the fee for the next year coming up. So we are really just asking that this was an oversight on our part, and we would just ask the board to consider waiving this fine, and no intention of trying to divert anything. It just took longer, and it was a mistake.
Is it one unit?
One in single-family home.
Any issues?
They did quite a bit of construction and brought how much about this property back to life and put a tenant in there. We have a tenant of Keisha from August 2016. Billy's correct, we only missed 16.
Okay.
I have no problem with no late fee.
Okay. We'll make a motion to waive the late fee. You do need to register the property for 2016 at a rate of $5, and then you'll also be able to register it for 17 as well.
Okay?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes. Item K, correspondence received requesting rental registration hearings. Looks like we have several of them.
What date do you want then? I make a motion to set the rental registration hearings for April 6th.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes. We have correspondence received from Attorney Gary Matthews requesting the notice of violation hearing on property located at 2042 West Park Avenue be continued for 30 days to 60 days.
Attorney Matthews stopped in the office yesterday. He was provided an entire file for the property. I guess he was just hired yesterday to represent the owner of this property. So if we could have it set for April 13th, and we'll reevaluate the current situation that he has with his client at that time and move forward with what's best for the property.
Make a motion to continue to April 13th.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes.
Thank you.
Item M, notice of violation hearing on property located at 1334 Lakeview Avenue.
This property was inspected in December of 16. It is a single-family home, however, has a cellar bedroom. This is one of Ms. DeVos's properties. She came in, she talked with myself and Kelly Kearney and understood that this room down there was not one that's going to be allowed to be kept. She had a deed restriction with another party who then backed out, as with most of her properties. However, you know, as explained to Ms. DeVos, out of all the properties that she's had on deed restriction, none of them have been seen through, you know, or executed. They've never actually come to the point where they actually change hands. So our stance is that these properties are rentals. If she doesn't provide a recorded deed restriction, then it's treated as such. In this instance, it wasn't recorded, and therefore we were going to have her register the property. In the meantime, the bedroom and the cellar clearly violates use of cellar for habitation prohibited. Emergency escape and rescue openings with all the windows being glass block. 50% or more of that floor area is below grade, which is what classifies it as a cellar. And you know, there is no way, shape, or form you can have any type of habitable space in that area. Therefore, we are asking her to remove 2 walls, which she will be complying with. So I just ask that the board affirm the removal of this cellar bedroom so that no further tenants can occupy it as such.
Make a motion to affirm the order.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes.
Thank you.
Item N, notice violation hearing on property located at 2139 Lake Avenue.
This property is a owner-occupied home who her son is occupying the 2nd floor at this time. The owner has been complying in what we've requested her to do. We are asking that the board affirm the deed restriction, which is submitted based on the violations of this property being built as a single-family home. There's no fire separation installed between units. No building permits are ever pulled to convert the 2nd floor to an apartment, and the numerous electrical issues, you know, that were present. She has had a family member assist her in getting the electrical straightened out. She came in, pulled the permit, so we will be going on Monday to inspect that work to ensure it was done properly. But she is moving forward with the compliance and the work that we asked her to get done now. At the time the property changes hands or the occupancy changes is at the point of time where we'll ask her to remove the kitchen from the second floor. The bedroom does meet ceiling height up there, so she will be allowed to keep that as part of a single-family home, as it has an interior staircase for access. So I'm asking the board to affirm the deed restriction. That way we can have a covenant of use on the property, so any future owners will be notified that the second floor cannot be occupied as separate rental occupancy.
Make a motion to approve the deed restriction.
Second.
Motion and a second. Question or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item O, order to rescind order of demolition property located at 7345 Chestnut Avenue.
Sorry. Okay. Make a motion to approve the order to rescind the order, I'm sorry. A motion to approve the order to rescind the order to demolish.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes. Item P, order to rescind order of demolition property located at 7534 Woodlawn Avenue.
Same situation, visitor property, then we have to the point of, there's no need for that order to be on it, and for the title, it needs to be done.
Motion to rescind the order to demolish.
Second.
Motion is second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes. Next, we have correspondence regarding the Monon Bridge over the Calumet River. This is a document I think we were attempting to locate. We got a copy of it from CSX, so we just need to acknowledge that the board's received it. Item R, correspondence received from Hammond Common Council requesting a letter be sent regarding a sewer backup at 33 Condit. It doesn't say who they want it sent to, but I would think you'd want to send it to the sewer department, let them investigate and determine if it's a service line or a problem with the main sewer.
Mr. President, I was at that council meeting, and sewer maintenance department head Jack Smith had a sewer televising crew out there on Tuesday. He's investigated the line. The line appears to be a root intrusion of the sanitary sewer lateral. I have since prepared a letter and submitted it to the council and to Colonel Daggett at that address, 33 Condit. Jack did mention that there's a section of sewer main line that's in poor condition, unrelated to the backup that needs to be replaced, and he'll be starting that next week. Colonel Daggett reported that he believed that it was the water department who had caused his sewer lateral to collapse. Water department was physically on the opposite side of the street, so they were nowhere near where Colonel Daggett's sewer lateral was. I had informed in the letter to Colonel Daggett, I informed him of all that information. So if that helps, I can certainly provide a copy of that letter to the board. I didn't realize that the council directed the Board of Public Works and Safety to send a letter, but we've already sent one.
I believe they just requested that a letter be sent to us.
Okay.
For a response, it sounds like the response has been
So
handled.
maybe if you've already sent the letter back to the council, then I think the matter's taken care of.
I agree, but
Okay,
thank you.
Thank you.
thank you. Item S, correspondence received from Hammond 10K Charity Run requesting permission to hold a run on Saturday, April 29th from 7 a.m. to 12 noon with the route, street closures, and traffic control from Hammond Police Department. This is an annual event, so we just need a motion approving the event and the route.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes. Item T is a contract amendment, number 1, with VS Engineering for Second District lighting design.
Councilman Torres asked for 2 additional blocks to be added to his current project that's been awarded to, my recollections, Midwestern Electric. So they're adding 2 blocks, one on Atlas and a block on Summer Street.
Do we have a signature from the councilman on this one?
No, we do not.
Can we get one to attach to the contract?
Absolutely. My apologies.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against? Motion passes. Next, we have matters from other board members. If there aren't any from the other members, I've got two. First is an order to rescind an order of demolition for property at 1549 Lake. That's not the one we already did, is it? No, that was, right, okay.
There'll be several of these coming up in the next couple of weeks, trying to encourage demolition as the properties that are been react to the point where people are not going to, we're not going to demolish houses at 95% done.
Okay. Make a motion to approve the order to rescind the order to demolish.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. The other matter was brought up by Horseshoe Casino concerning Calumet Avenue. They're going to want to utilize that access point on a more regular basis. And the CSX tracks, the crossing is in bad condition, and the signal has been removed that was operational there. So we need a letter from the city attorney for the Board of Works, and I could help her with it, concerning the CSX maintenance of their crossing and the installation of the signal that was removed without our knowledge several years ago. Do I have a motion to refer that to the law department?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Any matters from other department heads or their representatives? Any new business? Old business? Meeting's open to the public. Is there anyone in the audience who'd like to step up to the microphone? If not, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none.